Hello and welcome to Warblog. I've been playing a bit of this war of Dagestan. Doesn't look like much, but it gets really busy. And I sort of wanted to play it through so we get the Russians on, and it's just too long. It just takes too long. And so I thought I'd play this one. Because there's hardly any units, doesn't get much busier than this, and I can get it over in 15 minutes. And it might sound odd, but I just don't have that much time. I don't have time to sort of spend 6 hours or more playing a game. Hopefully I can have some fun with this in 15 minutes. It's not so much I wouldn't, it's just I never have time. People say to me, pop round, when you've got a minute. I said, well, I know I haven't got a minute. Well, when will you have a minute? Well, maybe sort of when I retire, in whatever many years that is, or, it's just busy, doing nothing really in a lot of instances. I mean, doing these campaigns for Warblog is not productive for me. So on top of that wasted or lost time, playing them is even less productive and even greater lost time. But they serve a purpose of being able to sort of a small diversion, and that's what I get. So basically, I'm going to spend 15 minutes fiddling with this, and what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to use my writing tool to actually develop a strategy. Now, essentially, they're trying to get these places here. Their attack fails, but the primary thing here is that they've got these Grad. What happened there? I think I sort of did two things at the same time. They've got these Grad rocket launchers. So let's take that off. So there's 3 in there, and there's there's none in there. They're all motorized. I thought they were rocket launchers. So we've got 3 lots of these Grad rocket launchers, and they've got 6 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the video in there sort of details look at that. It details these sorts of things going off at night. So it looks pretty impressive. And the thing is, this is what South Front says anyway. I wouldn't believe too much of it, but there's a lot of truth in lies. But the FSA are sort of the American-backed rebels, and they're being equipped with. I'm not sure when the last time the Americans produced Grad rocket launchers, but there you go. So they've got these Grads, and they've got a whole lot of hardware and whatever new equipment to help them with their assault against the Syrian armed forces, which is the the legitimate government of Syria. So it makes you wonder, really, who actually wants peace. I don't want to be too political about it all, but this is one reason I did this scenario, because it is the Free Syrian Army versus the Syrian Arab Army, or whatever they're called. They seem to be fighting each other. So anyway, so they're basically, let's refresh the page, get rid of all of that. Essentially, they fire all their rockets, so we've done all that, and then they advance, but the advance is sort of short-lived, mainly because the Russians provide a lot of air support, and so they've got a lot of that going on with Syrian Syrian Airforce. So basically, it's sort of repulsed. I have no intention of playing it through to the full extent, but I think basically my strategy is going to be to interdict these areas with the Grad rocket launchers at night, which obviously can't really do, and then to sort of attack basically. Now this is a sort of static line, so I'd probably need something to sort of maintain that. Possibly by keeping that unit in place and this unit in place. And he's got some units over here. This is the FSA, or the rebel militant sort of ground, and then these units in theory will sort of come through here. So now I'm not really going to go for this objective because it's too deep. Oh no, sorry, this one here, because it's the air base and it's too deep, but I'll probably go for here. Now this is this is the Zaza checkpoint, and this is the scenario is called the Zaza Triangle, and I think the Zaza Triangle is really more sort of this area of land which sort of goes off the map like that, so you can visualize that as a triangle. So they're basically trying to break into that triangle. So we're going to sort of take that, but there's this obviously this unit in the way. So we've got armour. These units are going to be used to sort of maintain that line, and this unit is going to be used to maintain that line. We're not going to advance in that direction. So we've got 4 lots of motorised. Now this little one of these guys is going to be used to take that, but the other one I think can come down here. And these 2 can also come down here, meaning that what we've got left here will come through there, with these units similarly forcing this way. So we'll probably go like this there to get a flank, and maybe fill in this space, take this unit out and move that way. So these units will be maintaining that line. One of these units will be maintaining that, with these units then attacking this way, like that, and then these units going this way. So that's taken 6 minutes to do that, so I'm not going to get that far, but let's see what we can do with the rockets. I'm going to go for this stack first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hopefully I'll be able to reach. Yes. So let's see what we can do with the rockets. Well, 2 against artillery, that's good. No effect that time, but 1.4 against his mechanised, so it all adds up. 1.6, 2.6, so that's 3.6 and 4.7, so that's pretty effective. So as I said, so we've got 2 motorised units in there. Now the thing is, what I'd really prefer to do is to sort of defend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push him in there. I'm going to replace that with that. So I said one of these against there. 2, 2. And this needs to be contended with. See, there's not any movement left now. Okay. Well, it's a nice straight line. Let's try and take this out. See what we can do. So what's it going to be? 4, 1, 2. It's going to be a 3 to 1, possibly 4 to 1. Oh, look at that DE. Well, that was useful. So he's got 4 movement left, so he can move into there. He's got no movement, so he can actually push down onto that if I wanted to. Everything else is pretty much all moved up. Let's push the air defence a little more central and separate it. And maybe I should have moved the rockets, but we've got a nice front line now, so let's see what the Syrians can do. Now, I haven't got their Air Force in yet, but they've got some reserves here, and they've got basically some mechanised. So let me just use the schematics. Probably waste up a lot of time, but essentially I think we're going to assume that we've got a straight line here, so we're not going to do any attacking. We've got some reserves, so we've got one lot of reserves here. Let's put a little R. We've got these reserves, R. Now this is going to be a line that we're going to hold, hopefully, but it's not quite as good, so we might want to move him back to there, possibly, to hold that place there, because otherwise they're a bit it's a bit silly. But we've got this guy here. Now he could either fall back to the checkpoint or hold his ground. I think I'm going to fall him back to the checkpoint, and I'm going to split up this unit to 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think you can get in there, so to move there. And we've got 2 units, so we move 1 unit to there. That will give us 3 units in there, and another unit similarly. Well, we've got to leave them in there. We've got to leave that motorised unit in there because it's a fort, and that's it. But we do have reinforcements, but when they come on, I don't know. So I'm going to leave that guy in there. This guy's going to come over here, as I said. I'm going to try and so we push that line back. And that's that. Oh no. So he's now in a zone of control, so he can't move anyway, even if he wanted to. Maybe I should have moved him there. Okay, we've got 3 more minutes. So, let's move the rocket launchers a bit nearer. And let's try and pummel these units one more time. Okay, well, that artillery. Oh no, he didn't fire his artillery. Oh god. Okay. Okay. So these rocket launchers are doing a nice job over here. 9.2, 1 because this is the new one. 3.6, 4.4. Well, they're so beaten back that just got less than a minute. Replace him with that. Committing my strategy over there. Should have moved him into there actually, but there you go. Okay, I'm rushing it now, but see whether I can take these places here. DR, yep, okay. 30 seconds left, come on. Unfortunately we don't have any, do we? Do we have movement? Let's just do it. 13 seconds. That's because I'm rushing it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Okay, I thought I'd continue this. Unfortunately, I was a bit hasty there. Got an exchange against that stack. We've still got this to contend with. So move him there. Force that line. Move him, keep him there. And I think do something like this. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 to 1. 6 to 1 DE, okay, with some movement left. He's got move 4. He's got move 1, so we'll leave him there. He's got move 2.5. And he's got move 2.5. Okay, let's do it. Huh. Well, that was fortunate. DE, die roll of 1. Okay, can't get in there, but that's pretty much the whole thing knackered. Okay. Syrian Army. Well, I think possibly moving this unit out of there. And maybe into there. I think everything else is going to stay the same, except I've got some artillery, which I'm going to fire into there. Huh, 0.2, 0.4, well, better than nothing. Okay, so the FSA. Right. Let's get a drawing tool out just to sort of demonstrate degree of thought. Oops. Well, front line there. Static. Static line there. Static line there. Offensive line through there, I think. And a surround through there. Okay. Well, first things first, Grad rocket launchers. Okay, artillery now completely blown to bits. Yep, artillery is well and truly on its way to the afterlife. Oh, look at that! How unlucky can you get? That was no effect on anything. Okay. Well, let's just go back. Is there anything else I can move into there? Probably. I mean, it's armour. Let's do this. Because I think that I'll have movement left with all this if I win. Oh, worst DR on the planet, but I still got a DR. Which means they've all still got some movement. Which means that this guy can move there. And this guy can also move there. Putting everything I've got around that, other than these, which are committed. Okay. I was going to guess 2 to 1. It would have been a wild guess, but 2 to 1, that's what my guess was going to be, and that's what it was. But So it's not as simple as it sounded. Can I move in? Yep. Oh, he can move in. Alright, him. Yep, he can move in. Right. This little gap here is a bit exposed, but I don't think he's got much that he can throw against it. Can envelop and attack. It is a fresh unit, but I've still got 5-1, 6-1 odds. Yep. And in you go. It's the nice thing about mobile units, you just get all defender eliminated. Well, historically, this was not a success. Because it doesn't look like there's going to be much against that. It's all happened so quickly. No, I'm not going to do that. Depression 8.8. Depression 4.4. No, I'm going to have some discipline there and sort of not attack them. Okay. Considering they're so destroyed, I did a lot of damage against this unit. 3.6. Can't be right. Yeah, he's entrenched, dug in now. Okay. Let's move these rockets a bit further forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, in range. 0.06666667. Should do something with that. Well, my modelling is indicating that the Syrian Arab Army will have lost hideously. Okay, everything else is going to stay the same. I've got my objectives. I don't want to swing anything around this way just yet. What I am going to do, wait for next turn. Okay. Syrian Arab Army not going to do anything. They're going to hold their ground. There you go, look. Oh, the Syrian Arab Army reinforcements arrive. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I know what you're thinking, I'm going to attack, but I'm not. This is what I'm going to do, watch. It's been so long, and for some reason I can't do it. I was going to try it, and yeah. That's a 4. I should be able to siege that. Why isn't the siege thing working? Nope, it's definitely not working. It's a shame. It's a perfect example in a natural course of a battle to siege something. Oh well, I just have to use my rockets. To reduce it to nearly 30% of its capability, and then assault the traditional way. That's how it works. Yes, you've got to select the units. So basically, if I unselect that and that, I still got the siege. So I need to commit the surround. So I've been using my rockets, but I'm not going to attack because I'm not confident that I'm going to win. So I'm going to siege it. And I'm going to siege it with everything. Now these units it won't commit them to a battle, basically. They won't run any risk of losing. Which is interesting because they did have 7-to-1 odds against that. And I don't think I did any damage against them. Because they are at 6.8. It's very slow, but so I'm sieging that. I'm going to siege it because I want to. But now we're going to hold out there. Oh no one's taking the crossroads. Okay, not a problem, says the Free Syrian Army. We'll send some motorised units and our tanks because we've got some for some reason. Okay, now it's the Syrian Arab Army turn. We've only got 3 minutes left. They suddenly realised that it's not so great. And what do they want to do? Well, they're going to come in here and attack this, I think. No effect. Okay. Hang on, what happened there? That was aborted. It was aborted because of essentially because of the anti-aircraft. Interesting, you don't see it get aborted that often. It just went straight past it. Okay, so the air power has gone in there and done some hefty damage against these units. And then we've got quite a lot of units coming in. Well, how are they going to split that up? Because we want to bravely reinforce this fort. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? But we also want to reinforce this because they're pretty much knackered. Depression 1, Depression 7, Depression 2.5. Well, he's dead, isn't he? Depression 15, 7.2. Okay, so what have we got? 1, 2, 3 mechanised units, 3 motorised units, and some tanks. So if I send all my mechanised this way and all my motorised and armour this way, he's still got some movement. If I'd known this, I would have done that assault at 7-to-1. But I've only got a few seconds left. Shall I commit that? No, I'll let him recover. An exchange. Oh, if I put that other one in there, that would have knocked it up to 3-to-1, and that would have been a DR. Probably, I don't know. Ah, look at that. Isn't it exciting? Anyway, I'm not going to play anymore. That's my little. I was looking at it, I thought, oh, I could have another little blast. I'm so busy doing nothing. So anyway, I'll speak to you later. Cheers, bye. Okay, so I'm going to do another 15 minutes, mainly because I attacked there, didn't I? Because it's getting interesting. I attacked, and I didn't have all my units. And one other thing I've sort of noticed, well, let's see if we can oust this. It's all a bit rushed. An exchange. So come in with no effect. What I should use my air power for is to take out the rockets. Okay, Free Syrian Army. Rockets. Okay, that's fortunate for the Free Syrian Army. They need to survive. But they're not going to survive at that rate. Okay, so they've taken a pounding already. And here, we're just going to go for the assault. We can't afford to siege them now. 5-1, defender eliminated. Huh. That's empty. I don't know why these are still sort of holding each other off. Syrian Army could have maybe tried to do something with these, but that's something else. In that turn. Right, now they've got their air power. Attack the rockets. Can they do a lot of damage against them? Getting there. Thing is, I think damaging doesn't really affect their ability to fire. This means that they're sort of, they should be routing and things. They're all at half strength now. So if we can get there, possibly look at this. It's very free form now. Vision type. Okay, the artillery is much better off on its own actually. DR. That's what I want. Let's just go for it. How much have they been hit? They were hit before, weren't they? Look at that. They're not fresh. This one's fresh, but it could be 2-1, 1-1, and an exchange. I can't afford to be doing too much of that. Okay, so rushing through things. Free Syrian Army. Okay, they've got their rockets. How effective are they when they've been damaged? They're being fairly effective. Yeah, very effective. Okay, well they've got this objective, they've got that one, they need this, they've got this objective. Possibly explore a bit and take that. I think what I'm going to do... No, I don't want to do that either. I think possibly moving these rocket units... Oh, they fired, haven't they? Oh dear. Well, is it going to hold? I mean, the options were to sort of move this down here to take that, or move out of here to take that. If I move out, he can strike. If I move out of there, they can strike there. It's sort of a bit of an impasse, really. Now, do we go for the rockets now? See, this is where the Free Syrian Army are going to basically fail. Let's see what we get here. Oh. Go with the artillery. Okay, 1.5 against that, pushing up to 6.4. 6-1, and the Grad companies are completely wiped out. What can he do against? I'm not gonna push my luck. I mean, these air defense units are not going to do anything on their own. So I've still got air power, which I'm going to use against this. Seven. 1. 6. Leaving him at 625. 4. 1.6. Okay. Oh, I didn't realise I didn't have anything else in there, so he's going to go there. Protect the artillery for what it's worth. Ha! What happened there? I think I pressed back to gain by mistake. I went down there and pressed that. An exchange. That is just so crap. Okay. Free Syrian Army have to hold out here. Now they've made a strategic mistake here by leaving this central area undefended, which gave them the impetus to sort of take these areas, but the cost, I think, was an unanticipated drive from here by these unexpected reinforcements. That is, it's a bit of a problem. To commit ourselves to coming out and attacking. Well, might as well. It's tank to tank with infantry support. No rockets. An exchange. Bloody tank battles in the sand. And what do they do here? Could maybe push forward here. Ha! Look at that, 5-1 and a DR. Forcing the Syrian Army back. They can't be having too many headlines like that. Well, that's that. Syrian Army. What an embarrassing defeat. That's it, all over the internet. Syrian Army suffer humiliating retreat near the Tal Wutayed mountains. They'll never live it down. Depression 7.5. Back to the fray. Well, it's going to take air power to do this. Point 1. Another exchange. They're going to ignore the thorn in their side. And chase this air defence down. They're on the run. Decimated. It's such an odd setup. What can they do? Oh, look at that. The Syrian Army are really making a comeback. An exchange. Bloody tank battles in the sand. I've said that one already. Depression 3. Depression 2. Depression 2. Look at that. Let's take out that artillery. They left it empty. DE. What can they do over here? Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. An exchange. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to lose my dug-inness. Well, it's nearly another 15 minutes. I'm definitely not going to do another one of these. See if we can get this done in 45 seconds. .9. No effect. Seconds. Can they do it? An exchange. Well, that's it. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.